Imagine plants that practically grow themselves, overflowing with vitality and producing harvests beyond your wildest dreams. This isn't a fantasy, it's the incredible reality made possible by a lost ancient seaweed technique that coastal communities have guarded for centuries. What if I told you that something so beneficial was deliberately suppressed from public use, not because it was dangerous, but because it was too valuable to share freely? Fellow gardeners, you're about to discover the secret weapon that turns ordinary plants into super performers. So, what made this seaweed so valuable that entire communities would guard it jealously? Well, the answer lies in its extraordinary ability to resurrect seemingly dead soil, and honestly to supercharge plant growth in ways that seemed almost supernatural to ancient observers. Farmers who had access to regular applications of Ascophyllum nodosum could grow crops in conditions where others failed completely, leading to significant economic advantages that these communities were determined to protect. Modern agricultural science has finally unlocked the secrets that ancient coastal farmers discovered through generations of careful observation. Ascophyllum nodosum isn't just seaweed, it's a biological powerhouse containing over 70 naturally occurring compounds that work synergistically to enhance plant performance at the cellular level. The magic begins with the seaweed's unique collection of natural plant growth regulators. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that simply dump nutrients into the soil, Ascophyllum nodosum contains naturally occurring auxins and cytokinins that act as plant hormones. These compounds don't force growth, they optimize it. Auxins stimulate explosive root development, creating extensive root systems that can access nutrients and water far more efficiently than untreated plants. Meanwhile, cytokinins promote vigorous cell division in shoots and leaves while simultaneously delaying the aging process in plant tissues. But the real breakthrough comes from understanding how this seaweed enhances stress tolerance. Plants treated with Ascophyllum nodosum extracts develop what researchers call stress immunity, an enhanced ability to withstand drought, extreme temperatures, disease pressure, and nutrient deficiencies that would devastate ordinary plants. The soil benefits are equally remarkable. Ascophyllum nodosum contains high concentrations of alginic acid and mannitol, complex carbohydrates that dramatically improve soil structure. When these compounds break down in the soil, they create a gel-like matrix that holds moisture while simultaneously improving drainage and aeration. This creates the perfect growing environment where roots can access both water and oxygen optimally. What sets Ascophyllum nodosum apart from other organic amendments is its incredible mineral profile and the unique way these nutrients are presented to plants. This seaweed doesn't just contain essential nutrients, it delivers them in chelated forms that plant roots can absorb immediately without the complex soil chemistry processes typically required. The macronutrient content is impressive enough, with significant amounts of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium present in slow-release forms that prevent nutrient burn while ensuring steady availability throughout the growing season. But the real treasure lies in the micronutrient profile. Ascophyllum nodosum naturally concentrates trace elements from seawater, including zinc, manganese, iron, copper, boron, and molybdenum in perfect ratios that mirror plant requirements. Perhaps most importantly, this seaweed contains compounds that actually improve nutrient uptake efficiency in plants. Research has shown that plants treated with Ascophyllum nodosum extracts can absorb up to 40% more nutrients from the same soil compared to untreated plants. This means your existing fertilization programs become dramatically more effective, often allowing you to reduce synthetic fertilizer applications while achieving superior results. The calcium and magnesium content deserves special mention because these minerals are present in forms that immediately address common soil pH issues. Many gardeners struggle with soil that's either too acidic or too alkaline, but Ascophyllum nodosum helps buffer soil pH naturally, while providing these essential nutrients in readily available forms. Today's gardeners can harness this ancient wisdom through several practical approaches that ancient coastal farmers would definitely recognize. The most traditional method involves creating what old-timers called seaweed tea. a fermented liquid extract that captures the full spectrum of beneficial compounds. To create authentic seaweed tea, start with dried rockweed meal or powder, which is, readily available from organic gardening suppliers under names like knotted rack meal or Norwegian kelp powder. Mix 1 cup of seaweed meal with 5 gallons of water in a container that allows for aeration. Allow this mixture to ferment for 2 to 3 weeks, stirring daily to prevent anaerobic conditions. The finished product should have a rich, earthy smell, definitely not putrid, and can be diluted 1 to 10 with water for use as either a soil drench or foliar spray. For immediate applications, you can create a quick-release version by steeping seaweed meal in hot, but not boiling water for 24 hours. This method extracts many of the water-soluble compounds without the full fermentation process. Strain the liquid and apply directly to soil around plants or use as a foliar spray during early morning or evening hours. Granular applications work exceptionally well for long-term soil improvement. Work seaweed meal directly into planting beds at a rate of 2 to 4 pounds per 100 square feet. This provides slow-release benefits throughout the growing season and continues improving soil structure long after application. The results you can expect from implementing this ancient technique will vary depending on your current soil conditions and plant health, but, honestly, most gardeners see dramatic improvements within 2 to 4 weeks of first application. Plants typically develop noticeably deeper green foliage as chlorophyll production increases. Root development becomes so vigorous that you may need to adjust watering schedules as plants become more efficient at accessing soil moisture. Flowering plants often produce 30 to 50% more blooms, with individual flowers lasting longer and displaying more intense colors. Vegetable gardeners report, significantly improved yields with tomatoes, peppers, and fruiting plants producing both more fruit and higher quality harvests. Perhaps most importantly, plants develop remarkable resilience to environmental stresses that previously caused significant damage. Disease resistance improvements are among the most valuable benefits for home gardeners. Plants treated with Ascophyllum nodosum show increased resistance to common fungal diseases, bacterial infections, and pest damage. The soil improvements honestly compound over time, with many gardeners reporting that previously challenging growing areas become highly productive after consistent seaweed applications. Heavy clay soils develop better drainage and structure, while sandy soils gain improved moisture and nutrient retention capabilities. This ancient technique integrates beautifully with contemporary sustainable gardening practices. Ascophyllum nodosum enhances the effectiveness of composting programs by accelerating decomposition and improving nutrient availability in finished compost. Many gardeners add seaweed meal to their compost piles to boost microbial activity and create more nutrient-dense finished compost. For organic gardeners, this seaweed serves as a cornerstone input that reduces dependency on other organic fertilizers while improving overall plant health. The natural growth regulators and stress resistance compounds make it particularly valuable in challenging growing conditions where organic methods sometimes struggle to match synthetic fertilizer results. Container gardeners find Ascophyllum nodosum especially valuable because it addresses the unique challenges of growing plants in artificial environments. The improved root development and enhanced nutrient uptake help plants thrive in limited soil volumes, while the moisture retention properties reduce watering frequency. Now that you understand both the fascinating history and practical science behind this ancient seaweed technique, you have everything you need to transform your own garden. Start with small test applications on a few plants to observe the dramatic differences firsthand. Most gardeners become convinced believers within a single growing season as they witness the remarkable improvements in plant vigor and productivity. Remember that this isn't just another gardening trend. It's time-tested wisdom that has helped coastal communities create abundant harvests for over a millennium. You're not experimenting with unproven methods. You're applying knowledge that has sustained entire communities through challenging growing seasons and difficult environmental conditions. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity and safety. Unlike synthetic chemicals that can burn plants or damage soil biology, Ascophyllum nodosum works with natural plant processes to optimize performance safely. You can't overdo it, and the benefits compound over time as your soil biology and plant health continue improving with consistent applications. Fellow gardeners, you now possess knowledge that was once jealously guarded by coastal communities who understood its immense value. This ancient seaweed technique offers you the opportunity to create the thriving, resilient garden you've always dreamed of while connecting with centuries of agricultural wisdom. If this guide has opened your eyes to the incredible potential of ancient gardening wisdom, make sure to subscribe to the Humus Heritage channel for more forgotten techniques that can revolutionize your growing success. Share this knowledge with fellow gardeners who deserve to discover these powerful, time-tested methods. Together we can rediscover the agricultural secrets that sustained our ancestors and create more abundant, resilient gardens for future generations.